Orton playing possum, maybe, I don't know. Got out of the way. Matt Hardy crashed and burned.
And look at Randy Orton slithering.
Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
KO! Here's the cover. Hook of the line. And the legend killer picks up the victory.
What a historic moment for the Akel channel. A video where I am not hating on Naruto. I never thought this day would come, but it's here, so let's get right into it. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Up until this point, the chunin exams were a snooze fest. Sakura versus Inoue I don't know how to say her name. Genuinely made me wanna gouge my eyes out. But I pushed through, and thank God I did, because Kishimoto blessed us with one of the very few fights in Naruto that I would genuinely put in the Anime Hall of Fame. Rock Lee versus Gaara. Before we get into it, remember to leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And yeah, let's get into it. It starts off with Lee using the flawless technique of acting like he doesn't care so the game loads faster. And it worked. He gets matched up against... oh, hell no, not this tweaker. Nevertheless, Lee doesn't care. He'll fight anyone. No one is safe from these hands, not even your grandma. See, Gaara is always doing too much. You did not have to teleport into the arena like that. But either way, it's about to go down. I'ma keep it real, the first 10 minutes of this fight was a whole lot of nothing. Lee was just jumping around like a monkey and Gaara practically had his eyes shut, letting his tailed beast do all the work. Finally, Gaara breaks his silence and says, "There's not enough blood?" Oh, hell no! Get Lee out of there right now! My baby doesn't deserve this. He has so much more to live for. Gaara grabs him and ragdolls him into a wall. Now this goes on for a few minutes until Guy Sensei gives him permission to take the weights off his legs. This is what we've been waiting for! That's why he's the GOAT.
The GOAT!
Now obviously, everyone sees these little belts around his calves and they're sitting there thinking a couple of weights are going to let him get past Gaara's defenses? No way! Yes way! Look at Gaara's goofy ass looking around. He can't keep up. Might I add, this guy soloed Naruto and Sasuke a few hours prior to this with the leg weights. Lee is a different breed. No genjutsu, no ninjutsu. No problem, brother. Send him Dagestan 2-3 years and forget. After some time, not even the tailed beast could keep up with him, and he landed one of the most satisfying kicks ever and was the first person to ever injure Gaara.
Well, Akel, technically he didn't injure him, he only cracked his sand armor.
Whoever just said that is being blocked. I don't need the likes of you on my channel. Look at what he's doing. Even the Huz are cheering for him. Wasn't she dodging his hearts an episode ago? Don't switch up now that you know Lee's like that. Wait, what's happening? Oh, hell no, he is tweaking. Lee, tap out, buddy. I swear it isn't worth it. You could try again next year. It's really not that deep. Also, why the hell isn't there skill-based matchmaking? You have 2 Jinchurikis and you paired one of them with an actual furry and the other with a dude that has nothing. No abilities, no nothing. What the hell is wrong with these people? Unlike me though, Rock Lee's balls are genuinely made of steel. This guy was not fazed by Gaara's episode and instead goes in for the Puss in Boots ass move, kicking him into the air over and over and over, setting up his Lotus attack. Look at this guy. Guy Sensei, praying for his students' safety. And Lee wraps him up like a Christmas present and spins him around, delivering one of the most diabolical attacks I had seen in Naruto up until this point. But all that was for nothing, cause that wasn't even Gaara. This guy Lee used his ultimate attack on a pile of sand. I can't take this anymore. I hate Gaara. Apparently at this point, the spirit of King Von wakes up inside of Gaara and takes over, and we genuinely just get a 10-minute montage of Lee getting molested by him. We get a flashback of how Guy found out that Lee had no ninjutsu or genjutsu. We even found out that his taijutsu was below average. Like, what? In the ninja world, this has to pass off as a disability, right? He gets to park wherever he wants and is free from any taxes. Now, I know all my videos are just me taking the piss out of characters, but I watched Naruto around the time when I was diagnosed with an incurable eye disease, which stops me from doing a lot of things that most people are able to do. So when I tell you I had a lump in my throat watching this entire backstory, I am not lying. Like, it was so inspirational. Rock Lee will forever be my GOAT. And I will never forgive Kishimoto for basically making him useless for the rest of Naruto. As far as I'm concerned, this is where the show peaked for me. Anyways, enough glazing. Let's cut back to Lee taking insane back shots from Gaara. Like, holy, the animators didn't have to make it go on for so long. Nevertheless, no matter what Gaara hits him with, Lee just won't go down. Lee catches Guy Sensei smiling at him, and this got him aroused or something. When Guy Sensei stares at me, I can feel myself getting stronger. What the hell is that supposed to mean? But it finally happens. Lee opens the third gate of life and goes Super Saiyan on Gaara. This guy pulled a Sanji and started moving so fast that he couldn't even be seen by the naked eye. Gaara got launched into the air, but no one could see Lee. What do I even say to this? Gaara is being manhandled by Lee on 1 HP. Bars. Sorry. Lee punches Gaara towards the ground, throws out his bandages, wraps it around Gaara, brings him back up like a yo-yo, and delivers yet another devastating punch. And this time it wasn't no fake sand doll. But of course, his tailed beast made a pillow of sand for him to land on. So ultimately he was fine. Man, I hate characters with demons inside of them. Naruto, Gaara, Ichigo, all of you. Anytime you lose a fight, Tasukete, Demon-chan! And then they come in and clutch up for you. They win the fight and face no real consequences. I hate it. That's why I love characters who don't have none of that. Gon, Luffy, Rock Lee. Every time they're in a fight, it has you on the edge of your seat. Because if they lose a fight, they lose the fight. There's nothing that can save them. So yeah, Gaara grabs Lee with sand and crushes his arms and legs. And that's pretty much where the fight ends. We get the scene afterwards where Lee gets back up while unconscious through his sheer willpower. But it ultimately led to nothing. Not to mention that Gaara went back for a second and tried to kill Lee while he was unconscious in the hospital. That was genuinely insane to watch. Gaara, up until this point, had to be the biggest crash out in all of Naruto. But yeah, Lee winning this fight was always unrealistic, but I just can't help but feel unsatisfied. Especially because this is pretty much where his character peaked in the show. So we never even really got to see him do all that much after this. By the way, I'm halfway through Shippuden. So if he goes crazy in there, please don't spoil it. I want to witness it firsthand. But yeah, that's all for now. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you all next week. Bye bye.